I'm
Hello.
gonna take a little bit of 5-hour energy. The
Not
machine
before
spirit has been
bed,
angry.
toaster. No, purple. No, I called you toaster. Oh my god.
Oh no, that's fine. I don't care. I'm a toaster. I am purple. Yeah, same difference. Give me the 40k Warhammers. No, they're mine. I'm gonna eat them all 40,000 of it. Man, my favorite part of Warhammer was when John Warhammer clicked at all 40,000 Warhammers and said, "It's over, Horus Heresy! I am the Warhammer 40k!" And then he Warhammered all over the place. It was awesome.
Wait, you also like John Warhammer?
Yeah, I know. He's my favorite character. Are you talking about John Grammaticus? No, I don't know who John Grammaticus is. I don't want to know. And I don't care about John Grammaticus. Okay, purple. Who the fuck it? Don't worry about it. Forget that name. Okay, so Mango, where were we?
I was getting cursed with
Mango?
Omnissiah. Otherwise, I don't know where we were.
Oh, oh no, we were.
I think we said something about
like,
frogs for a second.
Yeah, no, yeah, we're also talking about the why of the lore. So a big part. So I'm gonna describe every faction to you. Should I just do the run through of every faction before I do the big lore of everything? Yeah, I think I'll run through like every faction before before I tell you about each individual one and just
Okay.
like world overall. I'm actually gonna pull up visuals so you guys will have something to stare at. Unfortunately, Games Workshop, it's Warhammer website, warhammer.com. Unfortunately, this will be a small bit of a flashbang. So just
Flashbang incoming.
yeah, so get ready for like burning let's see. 40k. So let's go through, let's turn on warhammer.com. Okay. Let's see. Just make sure Warhammer.com isn't gonna dox me by saying, "Oh, this is the closest Warhammer store." Okay, here we are.
Also, Mindy said something about corpse starch.
Oh yeah, we'll get into the corpse starch later on. What are you talking about, Purple? Don't worry. Okay, so first faction we're gonna talk about, the Space Marines. These are the guys you. Fuck you. Sorry. The chat purpled on me. These are the guys you probably have heard of. Mango, if you want to look at my stream, you can, just to get a visual of what I'm talking about. Terminators, yeah, Terminators. How much are the $70 for 5 guys? Fucking Games Workshop prices. Please ignore the prices. They also give me a stroke. Don't worry.
Okay, I'm gonna go spend my life savings on that right now to immerse myself.
These guys are 3 inches tall. Oh my god. Why are they so much money? Oh.
Okay, so I'm gonna go spend everything on the on those. I'm gonna buy every figure because of this stream, right?
No, please don't do that.
Okay, buy 38 of each of them. And
Mango, you're a little quiet. I couldn't tell.
Oh, wait. Hello. No. Can you have a hey, hi,
yes,
Purple?
Yeah, no, okay, now I can hear you. Yeah.
I was just doing some mumbling.
Just don't look at the prices. Purple, take your own advice. Don't look at the prices. Anyways, we're gonna be talking about the Space Marines. Space Marines. Sure, we'll go for Ultramarines. Ultramarines! Woo! Yeah, okay. So, what are Space Marines? Space Marines are the guys you've heard of. They are humanity's greatest soldier. That's the custodian. They're the big important guys. They're what you've probably heard of. They are what most of lore is made about. In universe, they are very, very rare. There's only about 1 million at least loyalist Space Marines in the galaxy. Each chapter being about 1,000 Marines.
So you got like 1,000 people. You got 1 million people trying to conquer the entire universe.
No. They're all united. All humans in the setting are all united under one guy. He's called the Emperor. So actually, all the humans are, at least in theory, on the same side, unless we're talking about chaos.
In theory. Okay, got it. That's in theory.
Again, we're gonna get into that later. Space Marines are the Emperor's angels, not actually, but kind of just called that, because they are super powered, gene-enhanced soldiers. They are 8 feet tall. They have 2 hearts, 3 lungs, They could spit acid. They're what else could they do? Oh man, I am pretty sure they could like regenerate not limbs, but regenerate like wounds really quickly. Their blood clots immediately if they get wounded, so they're like in no danger of bleeding out ever. They are pretty crazy. They also wear pretty much tank armor, which is pretty fun. Uh, Again, in
If you
universe, they're
bought
very
10,
rare.
if you bought no, I just saw if you bought 10 of the Space Marines, that'd be $1,700. So don't do that, chat.
Yeah, no. Well, those are characters. If you scroll down to a normal squad, it's still $60 for tactical Marines. It's 10 guys, bruh.
But if you buy 10 of them, that's only $1,700. So
That's too much money.
hey, maybe behind me. Oh no.
Okay. Anyways, point is, yeah. I mean, Mango, how often have you seen like Space Marines just in general
I saw one at a furry convention.
at a furry convention, like
Yes.
full armor?
Yes, it was a Space
Oh, that's
Marine
so cool.
furry. They were just running around, but like the Space Marine armor, and then they had a head of a furry,
Ah, nice.
and they just running around like.
I mean, they've also been featured in such things like obviously Space Marine 2. You played? Have you heard of that, or have you played it?
I played that Space Marine one where it's like a third person over the shoulder shooter.
Yeah. You okay? So you have some experience with the universe, right?
I little bit.
You paused for a while on that.
Because I played like all of 5 hours worth of Space Marine. That's my experience.
I just want to know that you've seen a space, that you know what I'm talking about.
Yes, they're big. Apparently they spit acid or something.
Yeah. A lot of them don't do that much anymore. It was kind of old lore when they were just gave them kind of wacky powers, but yeah. Definitely like 80s writing.
So they're not green anymore.
What do you mean not green?
Or is that a different faction? All I remember was seeing that there was like a
Green Space Marines?
Yeah, greenish Space Marine. It's.
Oh yeah. Don't worry. Okay, Space Marines literally come in every color of the rainbow. Where the salamanders are green.
Oh my god,
load.
buff.
Why are they
buff
where
rainbow? Buff
characters?
rainbow man. Oh my god, purple.
Yeah, they're green. They're green.
Buff rainbow man.
Yeah. Actually, one of the first chapters to be introduced in lore in the original Rogue Trader were the Rainbow Warriors chapters of Space Marines. Each chapter has a color scheme and a name. Like the blue guys are Ultramarines, the green guys are the Salamanders, the red guys are the Blood Angels.
Someone was a fan of Hawaii college football because there is literally the team is called the Rainbow Warriors. So
it was actually it was also probably also a reference to a British boat that also had that name, because also Warhammer is British. It was made by a British company. Warhammer, the Warhammer HQ is in England. It is a British company. So if some of this if this ever switches to pounds, you'll know why, as in the money. If it switches to pounds, because sometimes it does that because the website is not the best crafted. Anyway, Space Marines are big. They're humanity's finest. Asterix.
heavy
but
quotes.
They're
yes.
what you see most of in the lore. In universe, they're very, very, very rare. Out of lore, they're the most common army collected. Most people know who they are. They're the big space soldiers, you know. They were in Flash Gets Furry animations, Furry versus 40k. Whenever you see 40k, you'll usually see a Space Marine, right?
Yeah.
It's almost always an Ultramarine. The Blue Space Marines. These guys are the poster boys for 40k. I don't know why they're blue, and their whole thing is logistics. They're really good at logistics. Oh yeah, also every Space Marine chapter specializes in something else. So like the White Scars are really fast, or like they like going very fast. The Salamanders like using flame weapons, and giving really good hugs. Ultramarines like logistics. Blood Angels get really, really mad and then punch you really hard.
Chaotic Jackal said they're all Space Romans.
Oh yeah. Ultramarines are Space Romans. That's their like aesthetic. And yeah, every like Space Marine chapter has like different aesthetics, you know. Like blood angels are almost like gothic space vampires. The imperial fists are very like siege. Sorry, not siege, but like defensive orientated. Stuff like that, right?
Okay, I thought that for the longest time I thought that Space Marines were basically Star Trek. No. StarCraft.
StarCraft. Actually, StarCraft, or at least I'm pretty sure, started out as a Warhammer 40K licensed game, but Games Workshop backed out very early on, so they just finished the game. And it became one of the best games of all time. The Games Workshop has regretted that decision for the last, like, 30 years.
Every single... Why does it seem like every single business is like... And then it's like that becomes the biggest thing ever.
Oh, yeah, no. That's why the humans look like Space Marines. That's why there's a bugs, aka the Tyranids. We'll get into that later, and weird guys that that you don't really hear of too often, aka the Eldar or the Space Elves. So that's the Space Marines, aka humanity's super soldiers, aka the big armor guys you see in all the ads, right?
Yeah.
Next, armies of the Imperium. We got let's go through Astra Militarum, aka the Imperial Guard. That commissar looks hilarious.
Oh, Chaos Jack agreed. They said Games Workshop. So it's like, yeah. He said Imperial Guard.
Yeah, Imperial Guard is next. Next army, Imperial Guard. These are just people. Like they're just humans. Look, they're just normal guys. They're just some lads. They're literally just some lads. Okay, the Imperial Guard is like 99.9% of the Imperium's forces. Even though you see Space Marines a lot of the time, in universe, most of the battles are fought by the Imperial Guard, which are just the normal citizens of the Imperium, defending their home or attacking people, just fighting the wars of the Imperium and, serving the Emperor, right?
Yeah, but wait, why do they look like a little bit like the Doom Slayer?
They used to look like Starship Troopers, but they got a little more away from that. But if you look at their old design, they're literally just the Starship Troopers, right?
Yeah.
And oh boy, do they die like Starship Troopers. These guys have a life expectancy of like a good old 2 minutes. Yeah,
just like the Helldivers. Just like the Helldivers?
Helldivers took a lot of inspiration from 40K, seeing that one of their creators had a 40K shirt on when doing like a image or picture or an interview, right? Yeah.
Okay.
yeah. No, these guys.
Wait, so they're basically the equivalent of like the Halo Marines.
Yeah.
As opposed to the Spartans.
Yeah, basically. Even the Marines in Halo are really highly trained. I think they would be like the Tempestus Scions, but the normal Imperial Guard, they're kind of like Marines from Halo. They are wall of guns. They die a lot, and they have a lot of armor. They're very World War I-esque. They got where are they? They got like big mortars. They got all sorts of big track tanks. They got
so basically Soviet style warfare.
Not exactly. More like the imagined version of that. The pop culture version of that. Quote from an Imperial Guard commander: "If you haven't used enough blunt force, then clear." Fuck. What was the quote? It was, if you have a problem and you hit it with some blunt force and it didn't work, you clearly have not used enough blunt force. Send another wave.
Oh yeah, Chaos Jack said the Imperial Guard fight the enemies by having more men than their foes have ammo.
Yeah, pretty much. That is a bit of an exaggeration. I do want to say that is a bit of a meme, but it is closer to the truth. Also, they have fun things like ginormous tanks, walkers, and horses.
Why would we wait? So they're running around in this sci-fi with horses.
Yeah, they got horses. Also, they genetically modified / bred the horses to have weird horse claws. They have talons. I don't like it. No, I like it, but it creeps me out.
Well, that can't be that effective when you're fighting like monstrosities.
Well, yeah, it is, because if you got like 50,000 horsemen, it doesn't really matter, right? Because
I mean,
like,
I
if you're gonna
guess.
send like, well, no, if you're gonna send like 1,500 people into a minefield, into a bunch of enemy gunfire, you might as well make them fast, right? So put them on horses. Bikes are too expensive.
Oh, Dragon, thank you.
At Dragon Gaming
Sorry, bro, I'm not getting.
7,520 threw down
Oh, no, it's fine. Did you hear that?
$4.99 through Super Chat.
No, no.
Man,
Someone.
I really don't want to
You
miss
said
this one.
you said you didn't want to read out the donation, so I was like, oh, I invite.
Oh, yeah, no. Oh no, you can.
Oh, okay.
You
Ivan,
can.
thank you
I'm
for
just not
the
doing that for my
$4.
stream.
Thank you for the $4.99, Ivan. Dragon. Thank you so much, Dragon. You don't want to miss this one? Hell yeah. Again, you are witnessing someone with zero knowledge about Warhammer being sent into a
Just
coma.
blasted by it. Yeah,
Yes.
don't please interrupt me with like any comments or anything, because I think chat wants to know what you have to say about everything, you know, that I'm saying, right? Yeah.
Yeah, because again, I legitimately don't know anything. Like, I'm like,
yeah,
I didn't know that there was an Imperial Guard. I thought there was just the Blue
90
Men.
Yeah, I know. 99% of people are like, oh yeah, humans. Those are the Space Marines. No, the Space Marines are like the special forces, the special operations for humanity. Imperial Guard are the main guys. They're armed with a cool laser gun called a las gun. It can blow holes in concrete. It can shoot off like humans' limbs in like 1 or 2 shots. It has like 100 round 50 round magazines. I'm pretty sure 100 round magazines.
Is it the one that saw that
no
I saw?
Recoil.
Oh,
it's really good. What
is that? Are these the guys I saw in that? It's like on some short I saw like Astartes lives or something stands.
Cadia stands.
Yeah. Are these the guys that were there in that one?
Yes, these are the Cadian shock troopers from Cadia. It was a planet that, you know, the planet broke before the Guard did. As in, even when the planet was being destroyed, like the planet was breaking apart. After a big long battle, something happened. I probably won't get into that right now. Planet exploded, and even as the planet was exploding, there were still pockets of guardsmen still fighting.
Ah, okay, because I legitimately see like stuff appear on my shorts feed or stuff, and I have zero context. I just see, oh, that sounds epic. I'm just standing with like zero context.
Yeah. Space Marines are basically Spartan soldier, aka like, you know, like Master Chief, that type of stuff, like from Halo, you know. They're a lot less common than the Spartans, I think, in universe. That, you know, for the universes, I think. I'm not the biggest Halo person, so I don't know.
There are more Cadians than there are atoms in the universe. Sorry, what were you saying, Purple?
That's not true. That's not true. There's just a lot of guardsmen. There's a lot of guardsmen. Because again, point is, a lot of Imperial Guard strategy, or at least the meme about Imperial Guard, is like, okay, we got more people, they got bullets, move forwards.
Oh, okay.
Remember, we're gonna send you out with some tanks. If someone tries to shoot the tank, take the bullet, because the tank is worth more than you. That type of stuff. 40k is a very silly setting in that type of thing, you know?
Protect the tank with yourself, not the other way around.
Yes. Well, okay, I'll get into that a lot later, because a lot of people see, like, tech and machines as holy. Not all of them. Like, a Lehman Russ isn't, like, super holy. But, like, a lot, like, something like a plasma gun. If you give, like, a guardsman a plasma gun, the plasma gun is worth more than the guardsman. In universe, not you know, we're not talking about real life. This is a fictional universe full of terrible, awful people. Again, so
like real life. Yeah.
No, it's real. 40k is meant to be not exactly a parody, but a satire. So the worst is just all over the place. Every faction is, to one degree or another, kind of evil. Like everybody. There's not one faction that is good. They tried to introduce a faction of good guys, we'll get into that later, the Tau Empire, and the fan base hated it. So now, and they slowly made them more and more evil.
The fan base was like, no, they're not evil.
There's too much hope in my setting. Fuck you. Make them evil. Okay, fine. They you know, fine. They control their populace with propaganda and mind control. There we go. You know.
Oh, so basically North Korea.
Yeah, pretty much. And the Tau are pretty much considered still the best faction in terms of morality. Every faction in this, like, setting in 40k kind of sucks. Something I probably should have gone over earlier is that, yeah, everybody in this setting kind of sucks, but also it's a war game setting. So everyone kind of has to suck because you might bring something like Space Marines to the table, and your opponent might bring his Imperial Guard army. Well, they're humans. They're supposed to be on the same side, right?
Yeah.
So why would they be fighting? But this is a war game where you could fight, where every faction has to be able to fight every other faction. You know, this was an example like in Dawn of War 2, where where the Imperial Guard is like, well, I have orders to do this, and the Space Marines were like, but this would dishonor us, and so then they just shot each other, even though they should have been on the same side. Every faction must be able to fight every other faction, so the easiest way to do that was just to make every faction just kind of bad, like bad people, you know?
Oh, yeah.
yeah. So please note that while we go into this. Farsight Enclave! Okay, there is actually a few good people in the universe. Kind of.
Vulcan lives.
To mind. Vulcan. Vulcan's actually a pretty decent person besides that one time. We don't talk about that one time.
Besides what one time?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. But Gork and Mork! Gork and Mork aren't exactly good. They're just funny.
Thank you for describing Argo Talos. You must like me not understanding anything about Warhammer. What are we saying? So sorry. So don't talk about the Vulcan incident of '87. Got it.
Yeah, no, we don't talk about the Vulcan incident. But what was I about to say? Oh yeah, the Farsight Enclaves. Again, we'll get into this later. They're actually probably the good guy faction. They are a sub faction that the main Tau. We'll get into this later. Anyways,
chat free, like they want to talk about everything right now.
Oh yeah, they're the Mistborn priest. You could also field just like a priest as like a unit in the Imperial Guard, because as we're gonna get to in a bit, the entire like all of humanity in 40k are hyper religious zealots who pray to their god emperor, and if you don't pray in the way that they like, they'll set you on fire or your world on fire, right?
So this Crusaders.
Yeah, even I was about to say even worse, but that's yeah, pretty much. Again, these guys are again, a lot of human infighting, like entire wars. There's a whole thing called thanks for the raid. Sorry, I'll get to that in just a second. But there's an entire time in humanity that's a little not exactly glossed over in the lore, but not as explained as it probably will be, where loyalist humans, like where humanity descended into like a few hundred years of like basically low-key civil war over like religious like issues, right?
Yeah.
Because this one guy, not Doge, Goj Van Dyer, took over the church of the Imperium, and he was not the best guy, and a lot of planets got exploded. Human loyal worlds got exploded.
Goj Van Dyer.
Yeah, no.
What?
Anyways,
I just want to see what he looks like, though.
You're gonna. There's a meme that his name sounds like Doge Van Dyer, so the dog might come up.
Okay, good to know. Anyway, so there's Doge Man. Okay, continue.
Anyway, yeah, he got stabbed. We'll get into that when we get into the Sisters battle. Anyways, a big part of the Imperium is.
Are they predicting? Are they predicting the United States? I'm
okay. Well, again, it's meant to be a satire. Just don't.
Some people do GTA and they do Warhammer.
Anyways, point is, the Astra Militarum is the general army of humanity, right? They're the men and women who go out and die in mass to complete a usually pointless objective of the Imperium. Sometimes it's very pointful. Sometimes it's a terrible civil war that did not need to happen, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes good reasons, sometimes bad reasons. They're just general like military guys.
Why do you want us to kiss? We'll kiss after stream.
Huh?
No, chat just being sweet. They're saying kiss each other,
okay.
of course.
Okay. Wait. Who's gonna kiss after stream?
Don't worry about it.
Wait, Mango.
No, they just
you're
said
gonna kiss
the
somebody
color
after stream?
purple says kiss each other, and I was
Wait,
saying you gotta pay for that content. So as you were saying, purple.
Wait, who did they say?
No, they just said kiss each other. So I was like, look, they gotta pay for that content.
Oh, they do. They do. I thought we were offering that for free.
I mean, okay, because you hit.
I mean, well, if it gets the views.
If it gets the views.
If it gets the views.
Pulls out lipstick.
Stops talking up. Oh, hi. Hi. Hey. Interrupts my rant about the evil Warhammer Empire.
All right, everyone.
To be like, hi, kiss.
Everyone is now demanding Greek kiss. That needs to become a video now.
What would even be the punchline? The punchline is just men kissing. Actually, no, that's a great punchline.
Have you seen the memes that just the punchline is just the kiss?
Okay,
just
okay.
The ram kiss
Okay,
image.
Please remind me to do that. Okay,
Yes.
Type that down. Men kissing, but it's purple.
Okay, let me go.
I
Yeah,
need to-
got it up. So you heard that here, Chad. We are gonna make a collab video where we're just kissing. Okay.
Oh, a king is in chat. Kiss. Bro, I'm trying to talk about Warhammer. Stop.
Love and war. That's what they say. So we talk about war and then we talk a little bit about love. Though,
I know.
So
No, there is
so-
no love. Oh wait, no, Slanesh.
remind
I don't want to get demonetized, so we might not be talking
about-
too much about Slanesh.
kissing him for a video.
I'm getting my drawing app
There
ready.
we go. No. I was just writing that down. Chat saw them. Just that. I'll remind you later. But it's anyway.
Let me interrupt my 40K stream to talk about kissing some guys. Anyways, back to average 40K player. Please let some idiot on the internet take that out of context and yell at me. That would be so funny.
I was
That
gonna
would be
type
so
into my
good.
search bar Warhammer kissing, but then I know that how people
No.
is.
I
I was gonna say a bunch of buff people. I'm like, I'm not doing that actually.
Okay.
I know how thirsty the internet is. I'm like, yeah, no.
Let's talk about kissing Slanesh. I don't want to get demonetized. We're gonna skim over Slanesh.
Wait,
Anyways,
what do you mean?
point is,
What does that mean? Purple? Slanesh?
it's the chaos god of. We're gonna get to it later. Okay, we're getting into that later. Don't worry. Anyways, the last thing I'll go over with the Imperial Guard is some of their equipment. Like they got normal guys. Oh yeah, remember when I was talking about their guns? Like the las gun has
Yeah.
it's basically a normal assault rifle. It could blow holes in concrete. Could blow limbs off humans. It has a 100-round magazine. It has no recoil, never jams. You could put it in mud and pull it out, and it fires perfectly fine. It's super easy to produce, incredibly cheap,
Okay.
and it's considered probably the worst weapon in the universe, so much that the soldiers not affectionately call it the flashlight, because it's about as effective as shining a flashlight in the enemy's face.
What does that mean, Chaos Jack? Because Slanesh is the chaos god of getting demonetized.
Yeah, pretty much. Anyways, the reason why it's never mind, it is fine. Yeah. Well, anyways, las guns are bad.
But now you said they can like punch holes through the concrete and everything.
Yeah, but they.
How bad is that? If it's just like, yeah, this punches holes in concrete, but it's a bad gun.
No. Okay. The reason why people, you heard its nickname, right?
I was. Whenever to talk about everyone asking for us to kiss and make out in chat. So, well, can you repeat the nickname? Because someone's saying, "Are you going to let purple touch your belly to feel the baby?" So I'm distracted by those comments. So can you please repeat?
The yapping just slowly faded out as the purple and mango kissing idea came in. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, chat. So if you're here for that, you probably will get more of that, I guess.
Someone said, "Has he talked about Nurgle?"
Not yet. We're gonna get to it. Anyways, the troops affectionately call the lasgun a flashlight because it's about as effective as shining a flashlight.
But it punches holes through concrete.
Okay, that's what I expected you to say. The reason why it's so ineffective is because everything in 40k is so overpowered that having what is essentially a really good modern assault rifle is probably the worst weapon in universe.
Okay.
Like, versus a human, a lasgun's actually super effective. You see this in smaller scale games like Necromunda, where it's pretty much only humans. It's just gangs of humans on one world. And, but the lasgun is terrible when you're up against demons from hell and orcs and stuff, you know?
So then you do the Doom guy thing and get a shotgun.
Well, no. See, well, that would be for like a Space Marine. Oh, I forgot to tell you about the bolter, the big gun that Space Marines have, and that you used in Warhammer Space Marine. Remember Space Marine?
Yeah.
When you're shooting the orcs, right? The gun that you used in that game is called a bolter. It's the standard issue weapon of Space Marines, right?
Yeah, yeah.
It is it's technically a rocket launcher. Sorry, it's a rocket launcher assault rifle hybrid. It shoots 75 caliber 2-stage fucking rockets.
But in the game, it looks like just a regular machine gun, so it's actually shooting rockets.
Yeah, well, no. If you actually look in game, the basically the first stage, it explodes out of the gun like a normal projectile, like with with gunpowder, and the shell comes out. After it leaves the barrel, it ignites and turns into a rocket and rockets towards the enemy.
Oh, okay.
All in about half a second. It then, after penetrating the enemy or a wall, if you miss, it explodes.
So basically, it's a machine gun rocket launcher.
Well, yeah, the explosion is very small, obviously, but it fires 75 caliber shells. That's like a literal tank gun.
And they're just one-handing it.
Yes, Space Marines are, again, sorry, something I skipped over and I probably should have like hammered home. Everything in Warhammer is so overpowered, so that nothing is. Everything kind of balances out into how overpowered everything is. Like, oh, the Imperial Guard regularly deploy with, like, so how does the Imperial Guard beat anything, right? If their guns aren't very good and their tanks aren't the best and blah, 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 right?
Yeah.
How do they win? Well, they literally just blot out the sky with fighter jets, blot out the earth with tanks, and every space on the planet that's not a tank or like an aircraft is a guy running at you with a gun. Each guy still has a gun, and it's not a very effective gun, but it's still a gun. So the Imperial Guard wins through actual strategy, but a lot of the time through sheer mass, right?
So again, the fact that there are more Cadians than there are Adams.
They're not Canadians. They're not more Canadians than Adams.
Oh, I misspoke.
But
Right, there are more Canadians. Right, I'm sorry. There are more Canadians than there are Adams. Right,
but
right.
so on some battlefields, that might as well be true, right?
Yeah.
Hello, I came into penetrating the enemy. I'm already concerned. Don't worry, it's an armor-piercing rocket. Oh, we haven't even gotten into the turbo penetrator rounds.
So Chaotic Jaguar says they're effective against
those.
orcs and space locusts, but they can afford the losses. And then the Blind said they sacrifice 1,000 dudes a day to keep some dude alive.
Yeah, well, that's different. They sacrifice 1,000 wizards, space wizards, every single day.
There are wizards in this thing.
Big forehead lad. We're looking at big forehead lad. Primaris Psyker. We're talking about Psyker.
Okay, ask more about Psychers. That was the other.
Yeah.
There's actually a wizard in this in our high sci-fi game.
I forgot. Also, I will say, 40K is a sci-fi fantasy game. There are space orcs.
My chat's demanding
elves.
second base. You and me second base. My chat's demanding.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know either,
sure,
and I'm scared.
Why not? Anyways, I don't know what I agreed to, but okay, sure, why not? Anyways, so, what was I saying? Right, Psychers. The Emperor was a Psyker. He was a wizard. Basically, space wizards in this setting are called Psychers because they use psychic powers with their mind to brain blast people to death with lightning and stuff. I bet I could play chess on that forehead. I know, it's great. But, Psychers are basically, they cast magic powers. You want telepathy, you want to shoot lightning from your fingertips, you want to throw a fireball at your enemies, you want to pick up an enemy tank and throw it on top of another enemy tank. Psyker.
So there's
And
so
It's very,
so
very unfortunate. Oh, sorry, yeah?
you got people with the gun, and then you have literal wizard.
Yeah, remember, it's a sci-fi fantasy game, so I'm gonna scroll down and show you the fucking ogres. They got ogres just in the Astra Militarum.
What? Chaos
Oh,
Jackal?
ogre.
Space wizards blowing themselves up? What?
Wait, what?
I said space wizards, and yes, they often blow themselves up and die
Oh,
horribly.
yeah, no, we'll get into that. Sorry, as in, I'm gonna get into that right now. Okay, going back from the, they just have ogres. They're not actual ogres, they're called ogren, and they're mutated humans that are, like, ginormous and very dumb. But they're sweethearts. I like them. They're cool, and you can play one in Darktide, and they are usually the funniest and best characters. But getting back to the Psychers thing. Psychers are basically wizards. Almost every faction has Psychers. So, like, Space Elves, the Eldar, have their own Psychers, because they're good wizards. Even Orcs have Psychers to cast magic spells like Eyeball Lasers, or Crunch, which is just summoning a big, like, magic fist to punch your enemies. It's fun.
So they cast, like, Master Hand from Smash Bros.
Yeah, pretty much. It's quite unfortunate that a lot of the times they just accidentally blow up, and that they have to draw their magic from, they have to draw their power from hell.
Hell
So-
powers, okay, so
yeah,
we got...
so it gets a little, the work is a little hazardous.
Alright, but
and
you
if
get to
you're
shoot
thinking
you get to
boom-
shoot lightning from your hands, though.
Yes, but if you don't have good concentration, a demon will be instead of shooting lightning, you'll summon a demon, and then it'll stab you.
Brother, is
And
it
then
hot? Is
summon-
the demon hot, though?
If they are, they will also stab you.
I mean,
The
at least...
demonettes will literally just stab you. They will peel you like a banana.
So, adding to my notes,
No, they have
Demons
crab claws. They will peel you like a fucking
that
banana.
can
Mango,
split
don't do it.
you
That's their
in
whole
half.
point. No,
There
Mango.
you go.
It's falling.
Wait, is that
Commissar!
wait,
Commissar, execute him.
you said Slanesh a second time. Wait, is that where the demonetization is from?
Yes.
So,
We're not
So-
talking about the chaos god of getting demonetized.
so that's... Oh, so I'm not the only one who thought of the fact that demon sound... To kill me,
Anyways,
please,
so-
demon. What?
All hail she who thirsts. Yes, the nickname of Slanesh for the elves is she who thirsts. Don't fall to Slanesh, please. You're going to enjoy it for 5 seconds and then be in pain for like 1,000,000 years. Don't do
Wait,
it.
wait, I haven't looked up Slanesh, so I'm going Slanesh.
Don't
is-
type that into
No,
Google!
I'm making notes. Slanesh is so hot that 5 seconds is worth it. Got it?
No!
Okay. All right. Chat, am I learning correctly? Am I correctly learning Warhammer lore?
Anyways, the Imperial Guard have tanks, ogres, wizards, freaking nuclear bomb launchers. That's always a fun
But
one.
why can't the lizard launch? Not the lizard. Why can't the wizard launch a nuclear bomb?
Actually, they can, but they have a good chance of exploding because of the psychic backlash, or summoning a demon. And if you summon one demon, they'll probably stab you and then open a demon portal, and then the world gets eaten by demons. It's actually a major problem.
Chaos Jackson
Nuclear
fall
bomb.
to Zenk instead.
Zeech.
To
Zeech is the
Zeech.
chaos god of magic, trickery, and lies. Again, we'll get to all that after we're done with the humans.
Oh, he's a smart boy, isn't he?
Yes. But basically, the reason why there are not just wizards all over the place is because it's very dangerous to be a wizard. Your soul's gonna be eaten by demons. Or you're just gonna get shot for being a wizard because everyone's superstitious, you know. Every planet is like really, you know, Salem witch trials-esque. The Imperium is not a good place. It is said by the creators that it is just a horrible place. I mean, the first quote was, "The Imperium is terrible. It's a horrible, bloodthirsty regime. It's awful, and you will suffer." So being a space wizard is not fun. It is just pain. If you're lucky, you get to be a space. You get to be in the Imperial Guard and try not to have your head explode every time you cast Fireball. Basically, if
so
you roll a natural 1, you explode.
Oh wait, so is that what they were saying? That basically that all mages are basically a time bomb.
Yes, but not all mages, but untrained mages especially. It's pretty not fun to be a wizard. Next faction. Oh god, we're only through 2. So I'm gonna speed this up. We're gonna go through the rest of the humans.
Purple, we don't have to do it all in one stream, by the way. Just saying, just.
Okay. Well, I want to get through all the basics. I'm just trying to get through all the.
Oh,
basics.
the basics. Okay, the basics. Got it.
All right, next.
I love learning 40 years of lore
we're gonna
in 2
just
hours.
speed run this. The next big thing I think would be the Adeptus Mechanicus. These are the guys who love toasters. The weakness of the flesh. That's these guys.
The only okay, that's like. Yes, that's true. Yes.
These guys, yeah. So the Adeptus Mechanicus is a cult of humans, also sometimes called the Cult Mechanicus, that believes that tech is sacred, right? So they will literally pray to a machine to get it to work again. This works sometimes.
So basically, they would approve of me punching my computer. No, that'd be heresy.
That would be heresy, and they'll shoot you. There's a lot of you did it. That's heresy. I'll shoot you. Shooting that guy was heresy. I'll shoot you.
Wait, what?
Hey, calling that guy a heresy is heresy. I'm gonna burn you.
Wait,
it's
so
literally just repeat that ad nauseum for 10,000 years.
they actually do that thing where it's like that they kill the heretic, and then but that killing the heretic is actually heresy itself.
Sometimes, rarely. Sometimes, usually it's just random. Just random. I think you're a heretic. Get out of here. I think it's a lot of witch hunting. Again, given 40K's satirical nature, they're obviously satirizing like real life witch hunts and stuff, and how goofy, silly, and completely horrible, and not productive they are at all, right? And how how always they were wrong, and in universe, it almost the worlds that do that, everyone ends up having a bad time. Everyone ends up dying. It's bad, right?
Yeah.
Even in a universe like 40K. But 40K is there to just like satirize stuff like that. But the Cult Mechanicus believes that speak of heresy and like pointless like witch hunts and stuff, they believe that knowledge is sacred, right? So they try to go out into the universe and like discover old like human tech,
Yeah.
They also believe that innovation and like you invented a new thing, that is heresy.
So basically, you can't make new technology because that's heresy.
Yeah, no. If you make something new, if you discover like a blueprint, like an old blueprint from 10,000 years ago on how to make slightly sharper knives, they will literally gift you a planet. That happened in lore. A few guardsmen found a STC standard template construct, basically a blueprint / 3D printer to make something that was like from like humanity's long lost past, right?
So it wasn't even like useful.
No, it was useful. The knives were slightly sharper, and it's like the standard Space Marine knife now. They were gifted an entire planet because the Mechanicus loved them so much because they discovered an old piece of technology. Now, if you invent a new knife that's even sharper, they will burn you for tech heresy because that's heresy. You think you're better than the machine god? How dare you? And that is the Mechanicus.
Also, Chaos Jack is talking about the god is the giant mechanical dragon. How do I join this? How do I join them?
Exactly.
How do I join? I want to worship a giant mechanical dragon.
Okay. We're actually going to talk about that. The Necrons are the actual people with the kind of god mechanical dragon guy. He doesn't look like a dragon. It's so sad. He's just called a dragon. But basically there's a big shard of a ancient
You said
space god.
Necrons?
Yeah, Necrons. Basically there's a big shard of an ancient like space god in the middle of Mars. We'll get into that later. And he's like the Necron god of like technology and stuff. So, and nobody knows that he's under Mars. Well, actually, a few people know, but it's like 3 or 4 people. Not that many people know he's there. And so there is a good chance that the Mechanicus is praying to their machine god, but in actuality, they don't know. All their machine spirits and stuff actually come from the chained Necron god, right?
Oh, so basically they're praying to the wrong god.
Yeah, basically, kinda. Also, you might think, wait, isn't all of these guys are humans, and all of humanity is united under the worship of the Emperor, and these guys don't worship the Emperor, these guys worship the machine god. That's heresy. Planets have been blown up for less. What is going on with this? Well, you see, that's very simple. These guys make all of your guns, so, good luck telling them no, right?
Oh, so basically, so the Adeptus Mechanicus or the Necrons, which...
No, the Adeptus Mechanicus.
Oh, the
Necrons are aliens.
The Adeptus Mechanicus make all the guns.
Yeah, the Adeptus Mechanicus manufacture all your guns, all your tanks, all your ammo, all your everything.
But does that mean that they don't ever make any new technology? So they basically are really outdated.
Yeah, okay. I forgot. Oh my god, I forgot to explain this because we're starting from kind of the middle-ish. Humanity used to be really cool and have really good technology, and then a bunch of crap happened. The Empire kind of fell apart, and humanity was basically like lost and alone. They rebuilt everything, but they have yet to discover a lot of their old technology. They've regressed a lot. Like, they don't,
So technically what you're
They're-
saying is
they're not good.
if they found all the technology, they could be good again.
Yes, basically, but a lot of it is lost, you know?
Yeah.
I think maybe going through each faction was a mistake, and we should just go through the beginning, right?
The color purple said, when is the Purple Heart X Mango R34 art? I mean, if you're willing to buy that...
What? Anyway.
I'm
Okay,
always
I
down
think-
for collab art, but yeah, continue purple.
I think that I'm going to stop going through the factions, because we went through like 3 major human factions, and then just go through the backstory of humanity. I'm doing such a bad job. I should have prepared for this a little more.
6166 threw down 2 Australian dollars.
Guy,
through Super
I'm
Chat.
restarting.
Bully Purple
I'm
to
so
let me help
sorry. I should
educate.
have prepared for this a little more.
Tenebris is asking to bully pro to let you help educate. Look, you guys,
That was
guys,
fun.
you guys are sub. Thank you so much for $2, but you guys are supplementing my education. What's the plan, Purple? Because I'm fascinated by all this. I'm sitting there with my mouth open, going, "There's so much."
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah.
Warhammer has had like over 300 to 500 full novels written about it. There's a lot of lore, which is one of the big draws of 40K. That there's so much lore that it takes years to learn it.
Takes 6 years to learn. Hey, we can do that in a couple of days.
Oh my god, no. Okay, so instead I'm going to run through the basics, then we're going to run through the factions, because I think that's going to be a little, the backstory than the factions, right?
Yeah.
I thought it'd be easier to explain every faction, and then see how they ended up like this, but I'm realizing that you need more context to get why each faction is like it, right? 300 novels? Yeah, Black Library is a massive, it's so full of books.
Wait, Tenebris will help bite me. Well, if you bite me, then I can't learn about Slanesh.
That was
I want Slanesh. I don't know anything about it.
Mango, are you getting any of this information
Yes.
besides Slanesh?
So what I currently have is
No, don't worry. I've done a terrible job.
Slanesh is hot.
So-
We got big buff men and who are rainbow warriors, and also we got toaster men. There we go. How does that sound?
I didn't explain how they think the flesh is weak. Fuck! I'm totally fucking up. It's too.
Slanussy? Yeah.
Shut the
So,
fuck up about the Slanussy! Okay. Before I have a full crash out,
Mango craves demonetization. I mean,
I'm gonna drink some water, and we're gonna go through this from not exactly the beginning. We're not gonna go through the toads.
Purple
We're
is
gonna go
thirsty.
through Just
Chat. Purple is thirsty.
the Emperor. I am very thirsty. Okay.
Yeah.
So, good. Okay. So we're gonna start kind of in the middle. So, the 21st century, right? This is us right now, right?
Yeah.
So we're existing. In about what was it? Like 15, 20,000? At about year 20,000, humanity has spread across the stars. You know, we have like the basic sci-fi setting, right? Also, Warhammer 40k is called 40k because it takes place in the year 40,000. Just like if we had a war today, it would be Warhammer 2000.
Okay. That sounds significantly lamer than Warhammer 20,000.
Well, yeah. Well, sorry, 2000. Yeah. Well, okay. So war in the year 20,000, humanity spread across the stars, and we have a lot of really cool technology, like teleporters and like safe, faster than light travel, and blah 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 blah. Right?
Yeah. So basically,
Okay.
inventing teleporters.
No. It's like Star Trek, right? It's like
Yeah.
it's pretty idyllic. You know, people don't have to work. Robots do all the everything for you. AI isn't schlop. It's actually pretty cool.
If we're not in the okay, so are you saying that Warhammer is a slightly better than the current reality, at least with AI?
No, we're not talking about Warhammer 40,000. We're not talking about the 40th century. We're talking about Warhammer 20,000. We're talking about 20,000 years or 18,000 years in the future.
All right, gotcha.
This is where we're going through the backstory of 40k. So, humanity is spread throughout the stars, and they meet, they meet some aliens, right? Like orcs, which they don't like because orcs suck. Elves, which they're pretty cool with, called the Eldar. A bunch of other like races that we don't need to get into and that I don't really care about. A bunch of stuff like that, right? Like
Purple
all sorts
doesn't
of
care
fantasy stuff.
about races. Okay.
No. Okay, so Mango, stay on target. Okay.
I am. I'm not.
But basically, so robots do everything. It's pretty idyllic,
Yeah.
Well, in 40k, why don't humans use more robots? Like, why do we have space marines? Why can't we just send out a bunch of drones, right?
Yeah, actually, now I mentioned that, yeah, why don't we? What?
Well, that's because AI is completely outlawed in 40k and considered tech heresy. Because in the year, like, around the year 20,000 or 25,000, around the year 20k or 25k, the Men of Iron uprising started. We had the Terminator moment where all the robots turned against humanity and everybody, and it's even hinted that not just humanity, but like all the sentient species of the galaxy had to come together to take care of all the robots, because they would they had like Death Stars flying around, right? They had just trillions of robots. They had like nano machines that would like strip entire worlds.
Oh,
of, like,
Tenebra
all
said something
life
about the
and
war in
matter.
heaven.
It's awful. We'll get into that even later. Don't worry about that.
It predates humanity.
That's where the toads come in, and that's before all of this.
Oh yeah, that predates humanity. So basically, AI gets outlawed after there was the Guardians of the Galaxy versus AI.
Yeah, basically. Everyone comes together, beats up AI, and humanity is reeling. Like, everyone relied on robots, and then every sort of AI turned against humanity, and we had a big war. So humanity
wait, oh, did you say warp or war?
I said warp, but we'll get into the warp in just a second.
Okay.
Well, so humanity's divided, dying, and, reeling. Their populations are devastated, a bunch of worlds are just gone, and they can't use AI anymore, right?
Yep.
So, it's not looking good.
So after Guardians of the Galaxy, then humanity gets cooked. Alright.
Yeah. So basically, around this time is also when human psychers started to be a thing. AK, some people just got magic superpowers. Don't worry about it. People just like started developing psychic abilities, So
basically, My Hero Academia.
Wait, what?
Basically, My Hero Academia. Just one day, some guy got a superpower.
Yeah. So one day people started a few very rare started getting superpowers like psychic abilities, right? They can move stuff with their minds. They could like zap things with lightning. Psychers. We talked about this earlier, right?
Tenebris don't violate existence. Someone said they want to join so bad that they want to violate existence. I don't know what that means.
We're gonna get into that in just a second.
Wait,
Just let me talk.
Wait, existence gets violated?
Just
What, Purple?
Don't worry about it. Just like. Anyways, you forgot about the what in the Paradise Planets? We'll get into that later. There's so much shit that I'm trying to get to. Like, what about this? Purple, you forgot. I didn't forget. We're going to get into that. Anyway,
and then it all comes back to Slanesh. I hope so.
No.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry. Anyways, after a few years of this, humanity started to rebuild, and then their faster than light travel started to not be as good. They lost a lot of technology, and so it was harder and harder to sail through the warp. Why would their faster than light technology like going bad be a problem? Well, because while they do have like hyperdrive, like in like Star Wars, right? You like flick on hyperdrive and you go faster than light, right?
Yeah.
Well, in Warhammer, you basically do nether tunneling with your spaceship. You teleport into a place called the Warp, and you go, and then you teleport out of the Warp, and you're suddenly, where you are, where you need to go, right? Like every, like in Minecraft, every like.
I literally just wrote Minecraft nether portals to teleport.
Well, yeah, no. So like in Minecraft, like nether tunneling, because every one block you travel in the nether, you travel 8 in the overworld.
Wait,
so
that's how that worked?
You didn't know that?
No.
Oh, dude. Yeah, that's why a lot of people have their transportation in the nether in Minecraft, because you could travel 100 blocks in the nether, teleport back up into the overworld with another portal, and then you traveled almost 1,000 blocks.
I didn't know that. I kept getting lost. I was like, I would go to the nether, and they're like, what happened? Where's everything? So I didn't know that. I didn't know that's how that worked.
Mango, you're so precious, Mango. Okay. Anyways, okay. So now that I've explained nether tunneling in Minecraft, now the warp is very similar. You teleport into this not exactly pocket dimension, but alternate reality dimension called the warp, and you sail through it, and you come out, in a place that's a lot further than how much you traveled, right?
Yeah.
And that's how their faster than light travel works. Unfortunately, do you know where the warp is? Sorry, do you know what the warp is?
No.
Okay, it's where Psychers draw their power, and it's where the Chaos Gods live, and it's where your soul goes when you die. It's hell. It's basically hell. It's where all the demons live.
So the magic wizards get hell powers.
Oh yeah, it's not exactly hell, but we'll get into that. They draw their power from the warp, and to go faster than light, you have to go through Cthulhu's back lawn. Okay. So Australia, yeah, but it's worse because it's like Australia squared.
We need to travel to the bush of Cthulhu.
If you go, no, the backyard of Cthulhu. Because if you go into the warp without proper protection, you will immediately get about 10,000 demons swarming on you, and they will rip you to bits in about 30 seconds. The lifespan of a human in the warp without like specific force fields up is about like 5 seconds. Reality doesn't work how it normally does in the warp. So your spaceship starts like no clipping in on itself. Your body parts all like fly off and swap around. And demons are stabbing you at the same time. It's not fun.
So wizards get rearranged.
It's not the wizards. It's not the wizards. It's not the. Okay. It's not exactly the wizards. It's everybody traveling through the warp. Every time you want to go faster than light, you have to travel through the warp, which is obviously very dangerous. Because, for example, in Minecraft, ghasts are a thing, and a bunch of other like dangers in the warp, right?
Yeah. You
could get lost very easily, and a bunch of other stuff. Well, all of our technology, and you could get lost very easily, just like in the Nether in Minecraft.
They are demanding frog attacks.
We'll get to that. Anyways, point is, when human psychers started appearing, the faster than light travel started getting less and less reliable, which is really bad when some worlds needed, like, couldn't produce their own food because they're super polluted, and some planets were literally all food, but they didn't have, like, resources to produce machines, right?
Yeah.
So as trade started grounding to a halt because less and less, because sometimes ships would just go into the warp and just never come back. And then, right about when humanity started to lose contact with each other, it's like I'm going on a cruise and then it never comes back, and then you just suddenly get no message. You get no messages. You get no ships. You get nothing from like other planets. Like, you know, it's like if all of Australia just like stopped texting one day, and then every ship that went to Australia disappeared, and we have no contact. We know Australia is still there, but we just completely lost contact one day. That would be bad, right?
Yeah, that would be very. So basically, so after Cthulhu's backdoor and the food plants, humans started being unable to contact each other.
Well, yeah. You don't have to repeat everything I said. I just want to know that you understand the situation.
I'm
right?
taking semi okay notes.
Oh yeah.
I'm making sure the chat knows I'm paying attention.
Oh yeah, no. It's fine. It's okay. Then a bunch of the people who got psychic powers, were contacted by demons and stuff. They made deals, did other stuff, or when they cast lightning bolt, they accidentally summoned a demon, and then the entire world got swarmed by demons because that guy would summon another one, and blah 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 blah. Right? Will there be a quiz? Yes. So imagine losing contact with Australia, and then Jimmy from down the street says, "Watch this, I could cast Fireball." He like throws his hands out, a little fireball comes out and explodes, and about like 30,000 demons fly out and stab you.
So basically, I use Fireball. In exchange, I also die.
I and the entire planet dies. Yeah, it was not good. So yeah,
Warhammer
it was
just fun competitive racism.
Okay. What? Anyways, anyways, humanity is cut off from each other. A bunch of plants are exploding. It's not a good time, right? This goes on for like what, either 500 or 5,000 years. I think 500. And then Slanesh is born because the Eldar
Slanesh
because the Eldar the space elves partied a little too hard and summoned and were able to accidentally create the god of demonetization. Which, just Slanesh being created made a big psychic shockwave that blew away all the warp storms, the things preventing the ships from making it through the warp.
So Slanesh was so good that what happened?
Well, no, the Slanesh was so bad that it literally blew off all the warp. It blew all the warp storms away and made space travel available to, do again, right? Mango?
So Slanesh was so good in a bad way that warp was blown and everyone can do space.
Slanesh.
Yes, Slanesh was so good in a bad way that the warp was blown and everyone can do space.
Okay. Speaking of doing space, the Emperor. So at this point, because, Terra, aka Earth, relied on other planets and they were cut off for a long time, Earth has kind of devolved into Mad Max. It's literally just Mad Max. There's like no water or barely any water. There's practically no food. And the place is a big desert ruled by cyber barbarians. Cyborg barbarians? No, cyber barbarians.
Like, wait, so where are the cyborg barbarians though?
Oh, well, like right now?
Yeah, no, so in the timeline, we talk about Slanesh making it so that everyone can do space stuff.
Yeah, but okay, and now focus in on Earth, right? Earth, Slanesh is bored, and let's zoom in on Earth. Earth, during all this, is not doing good, right? Because they got cut off from all their food, they got cut off from all their water, they can't do space travel, they got cut off on all contacts, right?
Yeah.
So remember I said we lost all contact with Australia? Imagine this Earth being Australia, right?
Right.
So, most of the population has unfortunately died a horrible death, and the only people who are left, it's Mad Max. Mad Max, right? The entirety of Earth has devolved into Mad Max. Big desert, techno barbarians rule, which are barbarians, but they have like technology and like robot limbs sometimes. And it's just a bunch of like, society is pretty much crumbled.
Yeah, that
It's
makes.
just Mad Max. And suddenly, one day, mysteriously and suspiciously, there's this guy. He could range anywhere between like 6 feet and 30 feet tall, usually really tall, with long flowing hair. This guy we don't know his name. He just calls himself the Emperor. And he appeared one day, and he was a really, really, really good psyker. He was just a crazy space wizard, and he was also a scientist. I don't think you saw that coming, but he was a sciencey
So
boy.
he's big,
Eh,
magical, and tall and smart. How can I marry
Yeah.
this man? I want an 8-foot tall,
Sorry,
smart
I
scientist
got
wizard.
very distracted. You will
No,
not
you said
survive him.
he said he's
You will not
he's
survive
8
him.
feet tall. He's a
You
scientist.
will not survive him.
And he's so strong.
You will not.
I want him.
Well, okay, actually, technically, in the 80s lore, in the 80s / early 90s lore, it was said that he actually had a bunch of families, but he eventually left them. He would like settle down, meet somebody, have some kids, and then go for milk and never come back. He did this a couple hundred times because this guy also is immortal. How does this happen? We don't know. And the Emperor wants it to
Chaotic
stay
Jackson's
that way.
but purple. It would be a glorious death. What does that mean, purple?
We're not a glorious death in service to our god, Emperor. Anyways, the Emperor was a big sciencey boy and also a cool space wizard. He collected a bunch of friends who were also immortal, called perpetuals. Why are they immortal? I don't know. Sometimes it happens. We don't know how it happens. Like,
Chaotic Jackson just said, don't ask about the perpetuals.
Yeah, don't ask. Anyways, all of his friends, he had a bunch of friends, and he's like, okay, guys, I'm the Emperor. What's your actual name? Shut up. I'm the Emperor, and I'm gonna unite all of humanity. And everyone was like, oh, that's cool. Okay, we're also gonna, subjugate all of humanity, and everyone who disagrees with me, I'm gonna shoot with a gun. and everyone was like, not sure about this, bud. So most of his friends abandoned him slowly over time because of because he was being toxic. So it's quite unfortunate, but most of his friends did abandon him. But he instead replaced them with his children. He had with his science brain and with the help of another perpetual scientist. Yeah, pretty much that. He created the Primarchs, which were his own sons.
So are you saying that he basically Adam and Eve with science and how big he was? Because he said he said he basically replaced all of his friends with another. So he said using another scientist and his brain, he replaced all of his friends with his sons. So I'm going, is this some kind of Adam and Eve story?
No.
Was he boinking his part, the other scientist?
No, he was. We don't know, but probably not. These Primarchs
just that, like the Purple Man, they always come back.
Just for perpetuals. Perpetuals do always come back. Or at least most of the time. Sorry, Elanius Pius, but you got blasted a little too hard. We'll get into him later. Anyways, so, how was it? Well, what? He's a nerd. Shoves him into a locker. You don't try to shove the Emperor of Man into a locker. He will just zap you with a lightning bolt. Anyways, the Emperor created 18 test tube babies in, big, like, test tube growth pods, right? They were to be his generals. They were to serve him. They were to lead the Space Marines, and they were to conquer the galaxy and reunite humanity, under the Emperor's one tyrannical rule, right? Yeah. So, then the scientist he worked with was like, wow, a lot of people are the emperor's kind of a complete maniac, and while uniting humanity is cool, he's also gonna explode a lot of people along the way, because the emperor's very the ends justify the mean, artillery fire kind of lad, right?
Yeah.
Also, we'll get into this later. He was a really bad dad. Like, he was awful in terms of dad. It is exaggerated a little bit for memes, but oh man, he's such a bad dad. If you weren't such a bad dad, half of your children wouldn't have tried to stab you to death. We'll get into
Such
that later.
a bad daddy. Okay.
So, the scientist that helped out the emperor literally threw all of the Primarchs into
Tenevis,
a portal.
Purple's only going over the basics.
Yes, this is the basics. She threw all the Primarchs into a portal.
Oh, it's a she. So they were
Yes.
boinking.
No! Anyways, the scientist that helped the Emperor make the Primarchs threw all of the baby Primarchs into a conveniently placed portal to scatter them on different planets throughout the Imperium, and this whole plot was orchestrated by the Chaos Gods. We'll get into them later. They're big malicious forces. They're 4 Chaos Gods. They're all evil. They're all bad. And they really don't like the Emperor because the Emperor really doesn't like them.
So it does a proper crash out.
Yes. Don't worry. Trying to explain 40k lore in a concise way gives me to crash out every time. Don't worry.
Her name is Brenda.
Also, the Chaos Gods actually are unique in the fact that they get power through worship. So, like, the more that they are worshipped, the more power they get, right?
Yeah.
So the Emperor had an idea that was like, oh, what if I just ban all worship of everything? And so he blew up all the Earth churches.
Ban worship and blows up churches.
Mango,
Okay.
you don't have to say the notes that you're taking. You could just... You're just repeating what I'm saying. This isn't... I don't know how you feel
So
about
basically,
any of
after
this, but you're
the
writing
science
it down.
friend thought the wizard was a dick, and after she got done spitting all over that thing, he blew up some churches. No, go on, Purple.
Okay. I was gonna hope that you would mention the fact that he is now worshipped, at least in the modern day, when he's sitting on his big coma chair, he's worshipped as a god.
So he's into worship. He's into worship. Got it.
No, he actually explicitly banned that.
Oh. So
Everybody literally just forgot over time. He never wanted to be worshipped as a god. He's like, I am the most powerful man. I'm just a guy. You know, I am the coolest human, but I'm still just a human. Also, the guy was, little egotistical, a little bit. I mean, he called himself the Emperor.
but at least he banned worshiping him, so he's
Yeah,
humble.
he
I'd
did
say he's
ban
humble.
worshipping. Yeah. He also... well, a little bit, sometimes. Anyways, so he thought he could starve the Chaos Gods by banning literally all faith systems, because, like, well, if you worship this guy, the Chaos Gods could sneak in and make you worship them unknowingly, right?
Yeah.
So he just banned it all and replaced it with the Imperial Truth, which was basically his big decree that said, humanity is awesome, all other aliens are not awesome, and we're gonna rule the galaxy. Oh yeah, did I say that the Emperor's, like, really, he'd, how do I say this without YouTube getting mad? He wanted to definitely rule the galaxy, and he wanted humans to rule the galaxy, and he did not care about all the other species in the galaxy. Not the best. Not the best guy. To be fair, a lot of the aliens that are left after all the bad stuff that happened with the Slanesh, and before that with all the warp storms, are
You mean the
pretty
good stuff
bad,
with Slanesh?
No, the Slanesh is part of the bad stuff, because all the good guy aliens got, well, not all the good, all the peaceful aliens mostly got eaten. But
Okay, so Slanesh is into
but
war as well.
not Slanesh! I'm just saying in general! God fucking damn it! We haven't even got to the Tyranids. They're the people. They're the bugs who eat everybody. We'll get into that later.
So there is war in Warhammer. Okay,
Anyways,
okay, continue.
I mean, not to be fair to the Emperor, he could have made better pacts with the Eldar before the whole everything happened. The Emperor was not very good on his. He was not the best guy, you know. He cared about humans and said, you know, well, if you're not gonna bow to me, explode it. If you're an alien, we don't like you. He was not the best guy. Anyways, point is, he was on a quest to reunite humanity, right? So, so he's unfortunately lost all of his sons, you know, all his kids. And so he went on the Great Crusade, he called it, to get all the Primarchs, reunite humanity, and hopefully expand humanity throughout the galaxy, right? Because a lot of humanity is still alive out there, right? They're just on a bunch of different worlds throughout the galaxy, you know?
Yeah.
Because now you could sail through the warp without, you know, like immediately dying.
Which is again,
Because Slanesh being created blew away all the warp storms. Anyways, the Emperor takes him and the Space Marines, and they locate all 18. There have only ever been 18 Primarchs. Why are they numbered 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? Wait, no. Who are the two missing Primarchs? Sorry, not two missing Primarchs. The two. Warhammer. The Lost Primarchs. Yeah, there's always ever been 18 Primarchs. Why is the Primarch number 1 right next to Primarch number 3? Don't worry about it. Don't think about it. Thinking about that's heresy.
Wait, what do you mean by that, Purple? Wait, what? There's 18. So I'm saying that there's just one that's mysteriously missing.
No, 2 are mysteriously just. The Emperor just doesn't like the number 2, so. Don't worry why he had the first Primarch and then the third Primarch and the 11th Primarch just isn't a thing. He just skipped those numbers because the Emperor doesn't like those numbers specifically.
So
Nothing bad happened. Nothing bad happened, and questioning this is heresy. There's only ever been 18 Primarchs.
Okay, well, meanwhile, it's like, so 1 and 3, and don't worry about that.
Yeah, don't worry. Why are you questioning it? Are you thinking heretical thoughts?
Would thinking heretical thoughts get me sent to Slanesh?
No, it will get you sent to Gun.
Aww.
It won't even get you sent to the front lines. It'll just get you sent into like a sun.
What's Tau? Everyone hates Tau.
We will get into that later. Anyways, so the
Neuralister wardrobe is very important Tyranid lore.
We'll get into. Okay, so anyways, I'm not gonna go through the Primarchs because that's the entire video. This is the basics. We're not going through the Primarchs' names and all their personalities. Basics. Each one of the Primarchs has their own like book series or at least book about it and blah 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 about them. Anyways. Each Primarch has their own specific Space Marine Legion, and there's a bunch of Space Marines, a bunch of humans helping them, and blah, 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 blah. Anyways, Great Crusade goes on pretty decently, right? He reunites all of his sons, some of which he's a very bad dad to and immediately estranges. You know, he's a really bad dad. Some of his sons, he's like, yes, join my Imperium. You'll be a general, and you'll help reunite humanity, and you're a good son. I'm proud of you. And some are like, yeah, I left your adopted family to die. Deal with it. Go serve me. Bow before me.
Bow before it.
Bow before me. Yeah, you know, they don't matter. What do you mean?
He sounds he sounds slightly worse than Virgil in Devil May Cry as a father.
I don't know. I've not played it.
I mean, what do you think the Emperor pays child support or?
No, he doesn't. He does not. Anyways, basically after most of the galaxy is reunited with humanity, most of the humans in the galaxy are reunited, and the Imperium spans most of the galaxy. the Emperor's like, hey, the Emperor, to make this all possible, has been using his psychic powers to keep basically a lighthouse in the warp active this whole time. So you remember how I said like you could get lost in the warp very easily, like how you get lost in the Nether in Minecraft?
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's this thing called the Astronomicon, which is like a big northern light. It's like turning on F3, like turning on your coordinates in the Nether, right? You could see kind of where you
Wait,
are.
F3 turns on your coordinates?
Yeah. Oh no. Also, hi Minty.
Wait,
Anyways,
wait.
point-
It's that how in Minecraft they're throwing that thing with all those numbers all over the screen. That so it's just
yes,
F3.
Mango, you press F3.
Oh, I thought that they were using a mod of some sort.
Mango, I gotta teach you Minecraft. Mango, you're so precious. I gotta teach you how to do a Minecraft.
I only got to another like 3 times. I am a complete noob at Minecraft. I
Don't
only got
worry.
more advanced.
I thought you had more Minecraft experience. I do apologize. I will teach you.
I played
Anyways.
20
right, yeah, keep
hours total, I think.
Oh no. Anyways, point the consequences of having multiple writers on one character. Yeah, if a lot of the like stuff I say seems a little contradictory, that's because each one of the Primarchs, the Emperor, and everybody was all handled by different writers. So sometimes he flips between being a good dad and a bad dad, for being sympathetic to not being sympathetic at all, right?
So he's alcoholic?
Not exactly, but you could say that. No, he's not. Anyways, point is, he's been using his awesome psychic powers to keep a big, like, northern light on in the warp. And without this northern light, aka the Astronomicon, you would not be able to do space travel. Just, you would be able to fly around your planet, and you would not be able to do faster than light. You can't go to other planets, you can't do nothing, you know?
So basically, and so he's still doing it while he's in that coma thing.
Yes. Yeah, he is. But he's at the edge of the galaxy, and he's like, damn, my connection's getting kind of weak. My Wi-Fi signal to my brain is getting it kind of sucks. It's really hard to keep up. I'm gonna go back to Earth. And I'm also gonna, like, research technology to make it so that we never have to use the warp again, and we could have safe space travel forever. We'll never have to draw power from the warp. We won't ever have to go through the warp again. We won't ever have to deal with the Chaos Gods ever again. They'll never have a way into real space. Demons will never come into real space ever again. And everything's gonna be perfect.
Why does he feel a lot like Rick and Morty? A tiny bit?
I don't...
He just can do everything.
Well, that's the... well, he's like one of the greatest... He's like... the Emperor's the greatest scientist in humanity, at least in the 40k universe, right? So, kinda, I guess. But also, unlike Rick, he is, like, massive. He's, like, he could change his size because of his psychic power stuff. So he could appear as, like, a little disheveled old man, or as, like, a 30-foot tall giant.
Macro, so Emperor is a macro.
Anyways, are we getting to Big E's planet? Yes. Thanks, Magnus. Oh, so yeah, Magnus is about to do nothing wrong and fuck up everything. So the Emperor, so remember how I said the Emperor's going back to Earth to get a stronger connection to the Astronomicon, to get a bunch of science done to save humanity, right?
Yeah.
Mango? Oh, yeah. Well, he told his sons literally none of this.
So
And
basically, he
told...
despite being great, he sucks at communication.
Yes! He literally looked at... Also, I should say all of his sons, the Primarchs, are all 12-foot tall minimum. Or, yeah, about 10-foot tall minimum? 12-foot tall? They're massive. They're like super Space Marines, basically. They're the fathers of the Space Marines. So, they're very powerful in their own right. And a lot of them have their own, like, special Primarch power and stuff. We're not getting into that at this point. Anyways, point is, he tells his super-powered son... All of a sudden, it's like, hey, I'm going for milk. Don't ask questions. Keep doing it.
So even the Emperor pulls the I'm gonna get some milk.
Yeah. Anyways, so his favorited son, the son he gave a little bit too much attention to, Horus, is like, why did Dad leave me? And then somebody named Erebus, or was it Erebus at this point, or No, Erebus starts whispering into his ear. Erebus is a space marine of the Word Bearers. Don't worry about it. Basically, the Word Bearers are a space marine legion that secretly or used to openly worship the Emperor. But the Emperor was like, "Don't do that. Stop doing that. Stop doing that." And he finally is just like, "Okay, that's it. I'm blowing up your holy city." He blows up their holy city, makes them kneel in the ashes, and it's like, "See, that's what you get for worshiping me. I'm not a god. Bye."
Wait,
And
so
instead,
so
instead,
the sun wait, so the sun listens to the voices, starts worshiping him, and then his dad blows up his planet.
no. His son listens to the son is like, "Wow, Emperor, oh my god, you're God." And the Emperor's like, "No, I'm your dad. I'm the son of God. No, you're a super powerful, genetically modified human. Yeah, whatever, God. Anyway, And
Yeah.
the Emperor doesn't like this, right? Anyways, he says stop. He doesn't. So he blows up his big holy city. And he's like, "Yeah, see, I'm not a god. That's what you get. Bye." And again, massive oversimplification. It's a lot better on all sides than that. But anyways, so instead of worshiping the Emperor, the Word Bearers then go, "Okay, cool." And then they hear a voice in their heads like, "Hey, buddy, you'll want to worship somebody? Why not worship the Chaos Gods?" Uh-oh! So now we got a Space Marine Legion that secretly worships Chaos. Chaos being called Chaos and being the guys with the demons from hell might seem like the bad guys, right? Did not stop the Word Bearers, though. Anyways,
The what?
the Word Bearers. They bear the word,
Wait, why are the word bearers if like, wait,
because they bear the word, like bearing the word
of the emperor?
Yeah, because they're supposed to teach people to be like, yo, they're supposed to go to each planet and basically be like, religions cringe and again, this is not me saying this. This is what they believed.
I'm offended,
That,
Purple. I'm ending. I'm leaving the
oh,
stream right now.
Don't worship anything and only worship the future of humanity. Basically, that's what they did. But instead they spread Emperor worship because they worship the Emperor, and he's like, the Emperor blows up their city, and they're like, "I thought this was a test." Like, no, I'm not a god. I'm just a guy. And so they get butthurt and start worshiping Chaos.
Wait,
Anyways,
so bro goes, "Please don't worship me," and they're like, "Okay, fine, we'll worship this other guy."
yeah. Please stop worshiping me. Fine, I'll go worship someone who wants me to worship them. Pretty much. And so one of the Word Bearers starts slowly whispering in the ears and corrupting Horus, the War Master, the Emperor's favorite son, and everyone's favorite Primarch besides maybe Sanguinius, right? Again, now we're not getting into their names. Anyways, point is, the favorite son Horus was like, "Dad doesn't appreciate my stuff, and Dad, I did all of Dad's work, and he just left to get milk one day. I think I should run humanity." Uh-oh, and now we have the Horus Heresy. The Horus Heresy was on year 30,000. You could actually play through the Horus Heresy. It's Warhammer 30k. It's called Warhammer Horus Heresy, but it's also called affectionately by the community Warhammer 30k because it takes place 10,000 years before Warhammer 40k. Mango?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. You got that? No notes?
Yeah.
Oh, no,
Sorry,
no,
yeah, he basically saw. I basically checked DM for a second. I'm so sorry.
Oh no, it's fine. Anyways, so the Horus Heresy happens, and the Horus takes himself and half of the Primarchs on his side, basically the ones that were treated poorly or have some weird thing. Everyone had a different reason on betraying the Emperor, but half of the Primarchs, which also means half of the Space Marines that are the kids of the Primarchs, and also the humans who are, on the worlds ruled by the Imperium, or at least watched over by the Space Marines, turn against humanity. Big humanity civil war. So whatever happened to the Emperor's project to cut off the warp and to, fix humanity, right? To not have to have bad space travel, right?
Yeah.
Well, one of his sons, Magnus, is like, I'm gonna do he was like a super cool wizard. He was like, his primary thing was being really good at magic, right? Very good space wizard. He's like, I'm gonna do a psychic video call with the Emperor and project myself into his throne room to be like, Horus is betraying you, Dad. Well, the Emperor said, one, don't use psychic powers anymore a while ago because it's, you know, you're going too far. And two, so he already wasn't allowed to do it. And two, when he tried to do his psychic voice call, he saw a big psychic shield around Earth and the Emperor. He's like, damn, what's this big psychic wall here for? And then his imaginary friend comes over and whispers in his ear. He said, hey, kid, I could give you power to bust down that wall. What? And Magnus is like, what's the catch? And the voice is like, nothing. I'll give it to you for free.
I would trust that. If there's like,
the voice was one of the chaos gods, Zeech, the god of lies and trickery.
it's like, anyway, oh, there's a big shield. Right. So his superpowered son was like, oh, there's a big shield. How do I break through that thing? There's no reason there's a shield in place.
I know. No, there's a specific psychic shield put up by his dad. And he's like, I need to contact my dad. But, you know, my dad had a big shield in the way. I know. I'll blow up the shield.
His son is an idiot.
Okay, this is one of the, this is a big, like, meme in the community. Magnus did nothing wrong. He did do several things wrong. Anyways, Magnus is like, I gotta warn him about Horus going traitor. And so he uses his new power.
Oh, wait, bro. Wait, yep. Snuggles is thank you so much for the $5, Snuggles. I appreciate that. What are dinosaurs counting down to? Warhammer. Sorry, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Snuggles. Yeah.
Anyway, so he blows up the shield and like psychically projects himself into the Emperor's throne room, and he's like, Dad, look! And about like 3,000 demons jump through the hole in the shield.
While the collie threw down $5 through super chat. I see your $5
because he blew up the shield.
You 5 more greater
that was keeping all the demons out. Oops. Anyways, so the Emperor. Oh, sorry, no, keep going.
Does his son has like negative IQ where he's like, I'm gonna blow up my dad's. I'm gonna blow up my dad.
I know. It's so bad.
Hey, Dad, I blew up his shield, and I go over to the dad's like, you what?
Yeah, he's like, okay, Horus did something, and the Emperor's like, I am literally plugging a hole where infinite demons are coming through. Oh yeah, also the hole that Magnus made is now literally overflowing with demons 24/7, and the Emperor has to like keep it closed 24/7. So he's just sending his royal guard, the custodians, in there to like kill literally infinite demons. And he's like, Magnus, what the fuck is wrong with you? And Magnus is like, I don't want to hear it. Fuck you. And Horus, you know, stops the video call. And he's like, what have I done?
I can almost imagine the Emperor's like, it's like in the live call, it's like okay, my picture of mine is, so the Emperor's standing there, right, in the center of his room, and it's like, you just see demons just like flying all in the back behind him, and he's, the entire time the Emperor's just like giving that, you know, that disappointed yes, like shake of the head. And then and then the call ends.
No, the Emperor was not silent about this, because he then has to remember the Golden Throne. The Golden Throne is actually a psychic amplifier. So he plops his butt down in the Golden Throne, and he has to use all of his like energy to keep that hole closed, because the whole where all the demons are coming through is like 5 feet away from him.
Wild Card just sent $2 on Emperor now.
Yeah. Also, the shield that he punched through and the hole that all the demons are coming through, that was the safe space travel hole. That was the hole that was the portal where all of humanity was gonna be like safe from demons forever. Magnus blew up the wall and let infinite demons into that, and ruined humanity's one chance of basically not relying on hell for power and space travel. So now humanity has to go through Cthulhu's back lawn forever. Magnus literally blew up humanity's one chance.
So basically the Emperor's okay. Let me. Wait, oh, by the way, thank you so much. Wait. Dragon, thank you so much. I'm so sorry. I'm thinking the donuts, but so
No,
it's
just take a second.
At
Just take a
Wild the
second.
Collie threw
thank you
down
guys.
$10 through Super Chat.
I appreciate it.
$1.
Oh, $10 with just. Thank you so much. Wow, thank you so. Can we get over Wild? Hell yeah. Wait. Purple. It literally sound like but it literally sounded was like son stupidly just blew up his dad's shield and then basically doomed humanity to endlessly fight demons forever.
Yeah. And so the Emperor wasn't having it. So he says, Lehman Russ, my son that I swear is not a furry. And Lehman Russ, who is
Wait, what do you mean? I swear.
He is the Primarch of the Space Wolves. They're not actually furries, that's the joke. They're space Vikings. So they're like, we are the Space Wolves. We have axes and like wolf pelts and like long ships and stuff. Because they're like, their aesthetic is space Viking, right? You know?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, but sorry, the point is that they're not actually furries, right?
But what are they called again? I want. What do they look like?
They're called Space Wolves, and the community likes to call. Well, the community doesn't like to, but there's a big meme that Space Wolves, especially wolves, and they have giant wolf cavalry, and they have werewolves. Space Wolves. They look terrible. Don't look them up. The poor wolfen actually are just their models are so ugly. They don't look like werewolves. But you know they have blah 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 wolf, right? Anyway, so Lehman Russ walks up to his dad. He's like, ew, what? Sorry. He's like, what's up, Dad?
Oh, I see.
Like,
I see why they're called. I see why they're called furries, though. Wait. Did they wait? Why does that look like they have an more animalistic?
Send a picture. Send a Discord.
Oh, they're literally riding giant wolves. Got it.
Yeah. Wolf cavalry, like dire wolves. No, I'm talking about like.
But the icon is literally just a wolf.
Yeah. Wait, what?
Yeah. Space wolves. It's like yellow. It's a yellow symbol with like a wolf head on it.
Yeah.
They're furry. That's good enough for me.
They're not furry. Anyways, wait. Did they not? Did not they used to turn to werewolves? No, they still do turn to werewolves.
They turn to okay. They're furries. Okay, so let's see.
Literally said this 3 times.
Werewolf Marines.
Mango, I said this already.
Ooh, there we go. Okay, no, continue.
I said that, and you didn't react. So I'm like, oh, I guess he. Okay.
Wait, no, I was getting overwhelmed. I was thinking a little bit overwhelmed by it. Just look, we just came from blowing up a shield for infinite like. So can you repeat that?
Sorry, I'll repeat. Anyway, Space Wolves aren't important. I shouldn't have talked about the Space Wolves just because that's for another. We're not going over the Primarchs right now. We're going over general lore. Anyways, he tells his son Lehman Russ to go arrest Magnus, take him, bring him back to Earth, because the Emperor is mad with him because, you know, he blew up his shield in the last chance humanity had. So Lehman Russ goes to Magnus's planet, and Horus, who Lehman Russ doesn't know has betrayed the Emperor yet, says, hey, new orders from Dad, kill him. And Lehman Russ is like, okay, I guess. And so he
Would
kills
you look at that? Would you look at the blue website has Space Wolves.
Yeah. Anyways, he doesn't actually end up killing him. Magnus teleports away very injured and turns traitor against the Emperor because at this point he has no choice. You know, even though Horus.
Matt didn't Magnus wasn't Magnus the one who literally just caused all this issues, and then it's like fine dad, I guess you don't like me. As his dad's like, well, there are demons everywhere, and the son's like, yeah, I'm gonna become a traitor now.
Well, because he thinks that his dad immediately sent his other brother to kill him.
Oh, I mean that.
Because he thinks that, you know, because the Emperor said, Lehman Russ, arrest Magnus. And Horus, who no one knows is a secret traitor at this point, because Magnus didn't tell anybody besides the Emperor, and he failed. You know, Horus says, new plans. Emperor, Dad says, just kill him. So Magnus ends up joining Horus, thinking that the Emperor ordered his execution, which he didn't. It was actually Horus, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, not important right now. All the other traitor Primarchs fell for a bunch of different reasons. And, you know, the Horus Heresy kicks off, and half the Primarchs, half the Space Marines, and half of most of humanity is doing a civil war time. Not good. So so the Horus Heresy goes on for 5 years. Primarchs die. Blah. Drop site massacre happens. We don't have to talk about any of that because that's not right now. General stuff. Anyways, it looks like the traitors are winning. They're Horus and a bunch of the Primarchs traitor Primarchs are hovering over Earth, and so in one last-ditch attempt to save it, to save himself and his Imperium from the traitors, the Emperor's like, okay, I've been having to sit on this chair for the past 5 years. Best friend Malkador, who's just a normal guy.
And so he was on the chair again
mentioned
to keep the link open.
Yeah, to keep the link open. But he's like, hey, I gotta get off the chair for a second. Best friend and pretty much normal guy. He's also perpetual, so he lives a long time, but just looks like a normal old wizard guy. Jeez, I forget his name. No. Malkador. Yo, my best friend that Purple forgot to mention up until this point. Malkador. My one remaining friend, who isn't like my son or whatever. Sit on the chair, please. And he's like, okay, dude. And Malkador sits on the chair, but since he's not like a giant, he's just like a normal old guy, he immediately starts slowly dying because of the power. So Emperor's like, okay, I got a time limit. So the Emperor then teleports up to Horus's flagship, because he could do it, and engages him in a one-on-one combat, right? Anyways, at the end of the battle, the Emperor does win. He blasts. I'm trying to. Okay, thank you so much for the gifted membership. But I'm trying to. I have a guess, so I'm gonna.
Who's he blasting?
He's.
Bro, you just said he blasts. I need to know.
I know. We're talking about Horus. Anyways.
He's blasting Horus, okay?
So he psychically blasts Horus so much that no one could bring him
I know you were gonna. I could hear he blasts him so hard. No, he's so.
Don't say this. No. Horus was his favorite son.
Oh, right.
Please do not forget that.
You were talking about the other son, and I forgot that this son.
You forgot.
Okay.
Point is, Horus, the arch-traitor.
Wait, Purple, that's good advice.
They make you leave work early.
So someone chatted me good advice that said if you drink enough, they make you leave work early. Just remember that, Purple.
Exactly.
Oh my god, thank you so much. Wow, thank you so much. Sorry, Purple, I'm getting distracted too.
No.
The later I get, the more distracted I get. I'm sorry. Can we get every while?
No, it's fine. I'm sorry. This stream was completely unorganized and 90% me yapping. Oh, thanks for the raid, Jacksoon. Anyway, sorry. Right. Anyways, Horus dies. The Emperor is unfortunately, before this happened, mortally wounded by Horus. And so, the Emperor dying is put back on the Golden Throne. Poor Malkador turns to dust. And, they put him back on the Golden Throne. And they are like, hey, it's not important how they got this idea, but like, hey, if a Psyker sacrifices themselves to the Emperor, it extends his life a little bit. Okay, how many Psykers are we gonna need to sustain this power? About 1,000 every single day. So the Imperium starts sacrificing 1,000 wizards every single day to keep the Emperor alive, kind of comatose on the Golden Throne. And he's the only thing keeping the Astronomicon still working, so that you could still have space travel. Reeling from the rebellion, the rebellion and giant human civil war, the Imperium starts to degrade even more. They start losing technology. They start losing stuff. Because once you've lost it, since invention is, heresy, if you lose something forever, it's gone forever. You're not getting it back. Because again, the Mechanicus think that innovation is heresy. So if you lose the blueprints and all your prototypes to something, it's gone forever. So
Wait, so basically, so when did the Emperor fall into a coma though? Because
At the 30K, at the end of the Horus Heresy, remember he got like really mortally wounded in his fight with Horus.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
He was mortally wounded in the fight. They dragged him back to the Golden Throne to keep him alive. They sacrificed 1,000 Cyclers to him every single day. And 10,000 years later, all the Loyalist Primarchs have gone missing or died.
I just saw
mysteriously
someone
somehow.
say in chat, "Oh, so the Emperor is Stephen Hawking."
Actually, yeah, dude, pretty much. He's very smart, so, and kind of. Well, no, because he doesn't even speak. He can't move. He can't speak. He can't do anything. He does sometimes psychically communicate with people, but that's super, super rare. Anyways, fast forward 10,000 years from now. A lot of technology is lost because if you blow up the planet that makes this certain tank or whatever, and no one else had the and all the backups got corrupted, that tank is lost forever and ever because, again, invention is heresy or whatever. So, unless you dig it up from the ground, you're not unlocking new technology. So humanity had, and this is not just for tanks, but for like normal stuff, like architecture, for infrastructure, for ships, for anything. A lot of stuff that humans have, they literally just can't make anymore because they lost the plans. And since making new plans is heresy, they don't make new plans. They're just like, let's maintain this forever.
Rich. So basically, that's kind of messed up. It's like over time, it's like as years go on, because we lose more and more of the blueprints.
Yeah, humanity is slowly decaying and just like clinging on to like whatever they have with like a a religious fervor that would rival the Crusades, right?
Yeah.
So humanity is like, and also they started worshiping the emperor and being all religious fanatics, burn the witch type stuff, right? So combine these two things, humanity has slipped into, and I quote from Warhammer, the worst dark age in all of humanity.
Rich.
And now enemies, and even though they are a galaxy-spanning empire, they are decaying from the inside out, racked with civil war, worshipping a god who did not want to be worshipped as one, and the god that they worship, just like their empire, is slowly decaying, barely clinging on to life, a shadow of what they meant to be, and everyone thinks that this is a glorious, glorious thing, and that the past was stupid, and that everyone here now is the greatest that humanity will ever be.
That is dark. It's amazing. It's like.
Yeah, no, again, it was inspired by a bunch of the dark sci-fi novels of the time in 1984. Like, the Imperium is explicitly inspired by the book 1984. It's not a good place to live. Entire planets are exploded by humans, by other humans because of heresy. I haven't even talked about the Inquisition. Humans to root out traitors and people who worship chaos and just general witchcraft and stuff have an organization called the Inquisition. It was formed right around when the emperor was about to die, right? Or sorry, not die, ascend as they call it, right?
Yeah.
Well, the Inquisition has the power to blow up planets or exterminate planets, wipe out all life on it, each Inquisitor is flying around with a ship that basically has a miniature Death Star on it. It's not like that; it's slightly different, but it still wipes out all life on the planet, on the planet.
Yeah.
And while in lore, most Inquisitors are pretty hesitant to use it. It's like the last resort. In memes, it's, oh, I smelled a heresy. Explode planet. Which has happened a few times. It has happened enough to become a meme.
Where they literally just.
They're like, oh, there's a heresy right there. Blow up the planet. It could, we don't know how deep it could go. Blow up the planet. The Imperium are not the good guys. The humans are not the good guys in this setting.
So basically, we go to the Spanish Warhammer Inquisition.
No, yeah, pretty much. They're inspired obviously by the Spanish Inquisition, and the Inquisition's. Oh, I haven't told you the Imperial Inquisition's motto. Do you know what the Inquisition's? They're like the only people who have the power to do exterminatus, right?
Wait. Oh, I've heard of the word exterminatus. Wait, that's a Warhammer thing.
Yes, it
I've
is
heard
to wipe out all life on the planet. To just burn the entire surface.
I've heard exterminatus. I did not know that's from Warhammer.
That is from Warhammer. Well, it's technically just a Latin word for exterminate.
Oh.
And it.
Counterpoint, but Wild said, when are the humans the good guys, to be honest?
That's fun. But it's not like in Halo. In Halo, it's like, oh, humanity's defending themselves against religiously motivated alien cabal, you know, aka the oh no, why am I forgetting their names? The Covenant. Yeah, the Covenant.
Wait, there's Yoko Fox said there's also Motto, but Yoko Fox said there's also some Lost Paradise planets that are actually nice.
Yeah, okay. There are a few quote paradise worlds that are actually really nice, and you are not going to be born there. If you are a human in the Imperium, you're going to be 99.999% of the time you're going to be born on a hive world. Hive worlds are what do you think they are? They're planets with trillions and trillions of people on it, where there's like no clean air, no clean water, where you work in a factory your whole life, and there's just a few cities dotted on the planet that each that are so big they basically have like 3 Earth's populations in each one. People there and at the lower levels of the city, the sun is a myth and a conspiracy theory because no one has ever gotten to the higher enough levels to see the sun. So imagine Coruscant, but it's a factory from the 1910s.
Wait, Coruscant, wait, what's that?
From Star Wars.
I haven't seen Star Wars.
I keep trying to say I keep trying to say Minecraft or Star Wars. You haven't seen Star Wars?
No. I only know that Darth Vader is that guy's father. I forgot his name.
Okay, I don't know what comparisons to draw to. Okay, so imagine it's an entire city, but it's a 1920s American factory.
Ah.
So yeah, it's not like before any before it's a factory before OSHA, before anything, like 15-hour shifts every day in the dark till you die.
Purple, like you got chat mad at me. I didn't think you what?
I'm sorry. No, don't be mad at me. No. No.
Wait, but that was horrible. The fact of it, it's like literally, it's like, oh, the sun's a myth, and like, oh my god, and there's like that. Is that supposed to make you? Is that supposed to be like some existential dread kind of thing where it's like
yeah. Again, the Imperium are not the good guys. The Imperium is a horrible place to live. Humanity sucks. And also, obviously, the higher points in these hive cities literally stretch into the atmosphere, where the ruling class of the hive worlds lived. Almost always a monarchy. Planetary governors rule through, dynasties, passing it down to their children. There is no such thing as democracy. There is no such thing as human rights.
Dragon!
There is no such thing as anything.
No such thing as human rights?
No. Oh yeah, no. So do you know who? Instead of using AI, do you know what they use?
What?
Servitors. Do you know what a servitor is?
No. What's a servitor?
So basically, you take a criminal or an innocent person, depends on how we're feeling that day. You scoop out most of their brain, rewire the rest of their brain, and put a bunch of mechanics in them to reprogram their brain / a little bit of mechanics to do one simple task like sweep a floor or open a door. That's what a servitor is. So
you just turn them into basically a little more than a machine in itself.
Yeah, but but it's not a machine, it's a human brain, so it's not AI, so it doesn't count as heresy.
But they're just a human that is incapable of thinking and only does one specific task.
Yeah, like door servitor, open the door, and then they open the door, and that's it.
Oh my goodness.
Well, like factory servitors usually have the lower part of their body removed because they don't need to move anymore. They're just plugged in, and then they work forever. Wild
Collie out here rhyming, saying sweep a floor, open a door. And the dragon is like, we all knew the sun was a myth.
Yeah.
I mean, Santa said
dystopian. I should have come in first with this because the Imperium sucks and it's very, very, very dystopian. You question the system, a Inquisitor will kill you, or a Commissar will kill you, or blah 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 blah. Because like in the Imperial Guard, there's a specific unit called a commissar. His whole deal is if you retreat in battle, he just shoots you. That's it.
So and that's over any question.
Yeah, no, you turn around and run in battle, he pulls out his bolt pistol and, there you go. And so, all your ships, all your doors, not all your doors, but like anything that could be done by a machine is done by a little what was left of a human brain. It's not good. It's very, very dystopian. And humanity kind of sucks,
I see someone in chat saying, you say what about the Imperium?
Yeah, and also humans are incredibly, obviously, religiously zealous, and also incredibly xenophobic.
Wait, including in the Hive cities?
Yeah. Wait, what?
I was like, wait, but I was saying even if you're in the Hive city, how could you be religious in those situations though? Like, how could you be like?
Well, okay, 15-hour day, and you pray while you work. Like you'll bless the machine. Like a tech priest will come by, bless that. You'll say a small prayer to the Emperor in the morning for blessing you with 3 hours of sleep and your daily corpse starch. Oh yeah, corpse starch. We're finally getting to corpse starch.
What corpse starch? What's that?
A bunch of humanity, especially in hive cities, consists off of corpse starch. Well, when the air is so polluted that if you go outside you'll just die within a few hours without breathing apparatuses, when all the water has to be imported, when there's no such thing as growing crops. English only in chat. Thank you. Gosh, what was I saying? Right. Sorry, I'm not responding to chat a lot. Sorry, I'm just yapping. When there's a bunch of humans, where are you gonna bury them? And also, that seems like a massive waste, right? So what do you do with all this human flesh? We have a lot of people to feed, and we have like trillions of people to feed, and trillions of dead bodies. So, and we got some corpse starch, so. Not all the time, but most of the time. It's called recycling, and it's your duty for the Emperor.
So your duty is eating people. That's eating people for
starch. There's a chance it's not. It could be like ground up rats or like whatever horribleness grows. Yeah.
Okay, so basically, chat correct. I see corpse starch is basically Soylent Green.
Yeah, pretty much.
What is Soylent Green? Okay.
It's from a book. It's people. It's people. Soylent Green is people. You eat the people and you
what book? What Soylent?
It's called Soylent Green.
I've never seen that either.
I haven't, but I've seen so many like references to it. Anyways, the Imperium like sucks really bad. It's horrible to live there. 99% of humanity toils away in factories for 18 hours a day, never sees the sun ever, and like dies at age like 35.
I mean that
a majority of humanity. It's really bad. And of course they're all told that this is the best life that's ever lived by any human.
And they actually and everyone believes that, like everybody.
But the enforcer squads sent down by the aristocrats in the Spire, keep the people in line. So, anyone who questions a little too loudly, might end up in the corpse starch. We don't.
And meanwhile, every single time we say anything, all the chat just says, "What is that about the Imperium?"
No. People, okay, I will tell you this right now. If somebody unironically who actually knows about Warhammer says the Imperium was justified, or at least says, or definitely says the Imperium was the good guys, oh god.
Is that
Don't ask for any of their other opinions. Remember, 40K is supposed to be satirical. It's supposed to be a satire, especially originally. It's kind of lost a little bit of the satire over time. But it's still, at least Games Workshop still claims it to be a satirical, saying that in-universe takes itself very seriously, right? Yeah. Massive red flag, yeah.
Okay,
yeah. Again.
It's so anyone who's like, actually, I kind of agree with the Imperium. That's someone that
Don't ask for their opinions about anything else. either one, they don't actually know too much about 40K, or two, never ever ask their opinions.
Got it.
Anyways, the next thing. What are we talking about? 40K. Oh yeah, humans hate all aliens. Like, kill on sight levels of hate. It's really bad. Humans are all kind of, yeah, again, humans are pretty terrible in this universe. Okay, not all humans, but like most humans. It's real bad. Granted, most aliens are like that to everyone else, but you know, so instead of just humanity sucking, everybody sucks. Which again is part of the point of 40K.
So,
right?
Including the people they said that weren't that bad, but they made so because rich people thought that was bad, that the good people weren't bad, so they made them bad too.
Yeah, yeah. So much stuff that's supposed to be satire slowly turning into real. I'm not gonna question that too much just because it makes me sad, but that's kind of the point of the satire, is to take a real thing and turn it up to 11. And we're not gonna think too far about we're gonna think about our fun little sci-fi setting. Anyway.
Fun little sci-fi setting, yeah.
Remember, it was written in the 80s.
Anyways. Wait, is Warhammer was written in the 80s?
Yeah, 87. Was that the Warhammer of 87?
Oh my god, the Warhammer 87. Oh, you're right.
But it's been continuously, obviously, updated year by year by year, right? Anyways, so yeah, that's humanity. There's space elves and space orcs. I love the space orcs. They're probably my favorite faction, and we just did not get to them today. And orcs are fun because they use the power of imagination to fight you. It's real fun.
Wait, is that the one that's like they shoot you? Yeah, I thought you said. Wait, I see Soul Lizard mentioned.
No, these are the orcs. The toads back in time, they all died. We're not gonna talk about the toads again. Sorry, we're gonna talk about toads maybe at some other point. But orcs are my favorite faction, and we didn't even get to them. It's so sad. Anyways, humanity sucks and is constantly fighting everybody. Everybody else in the galaxy also sucks and is fighting everybody. Oh yeah, and the Chaos Gods are still around, and they constantly corrupt worlds into worshipping, you know, the Chaos Gods and like demons and stuff. So the Imperium is bad, and Chaos is somehow worse. It's even worse. Nobody's in the right here, you know.
Yeah. So there's not a single faction that's actually good.
Okay, there's one sub-faction that is pretty arguably the good guys. They're a breakaway section of the Tau Empire that rebelled.
Oh, I heard someone say Tau.
Yeah. No, the Tau were originally supposed to be the good guy faction, but the community hated it so much that, like, bro, they're like, why they're so perfect. They're good guys. Ew, gross. So Games Workshop has slowly like made them kind of evil over the time, you know. AKA, you know, like they control their populace through propaganda and mind control and stuff.
Yeah.
And are really
excited. Wait, what's the crew? I like the crew. I'm like, what's all these names I'm hearing being thrown around?
Again, we could go over this later, but that's probably gonna be all. Come on, clap, and there we go. Wait, clap. There, yeah, jazz hands. That's gonna be all. Probably for now. I'm sorry that you barely got to talk, Mango. Sorry that I was so bad.
That's okay. I was literally just like, no, it's okay. It's okay. I had fun.
It's time for you to go. It's time for you to go. Yeah.
Again, chat. I'm so like.
We might do. Oh,
yeah. No. You speak, Purple, because it's like
we might do this again. We might not. I honestly, I like the chats where we're just talking to each other, because I was talking most of this time. If everyone wants me to do this again, I might. But honestly. Like, I had fun, but, like, it's way more fun just, like, talking to Mango. I felt like I was just talking at a bunch of people, right? Because I want to spend time with Mango. I want to spend time talking to him. And I felt like I didn't do that. I felt like I was just yapping at Mango.
I had fun. I had fun, though.
I had fun, too. I just, you know, I want to just talk about nothing. I just want to have, like, a normal just chatting.
Zoom said hi, Purple.
Right? Oh, hi! Yeah, well, I'm glad you guys liked it. Do it again. Again, we might, but before then, I might just want to do a normal just chatting stream with Mango if you want to do that again.
Yeah,
I definitely like it more. You know, I like it more when like I'm not just the one talking, right? Because again, I had fun. I just feel like it would be more fun if
Miles of here wants
Anyways.
to join stream, hit me up. Sure, Wild. I always called you Purple. Sure, Wild. And again, I really would be down for a yap. Like I like talking.
Well, yeah, I know. I know you're really, really, really busy, and I'm also very busy.
Well.
So, like,
To be
coordinating
fair,
schedules can be pretty hard.
around this time, I'm probably not busy anymore.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Nice,
because I'm freelancing a lot, which means like the only thing I'm really doing is working on a video around this time.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Well. Okay. If you're not very busy, I'm pretty busy, so
Yeah.
it will be a little hard to still coordinate stuff. But since I already do streams, I think we could coordinate pretty well.
yeah.
So yeah, we will do a just chatting stream soon. We might even do another peak stream. Minty, I think, might be up for that because we already all agreed to do that.
Yeah.
A few months back, we just haven't like made the plans for it. Let's do it. 3 months later. Is everyone free now?
Yeah.
So yeah. Anyways, Mango definitely has to go because gotta get up early.
I gotta do. Yeah, the reason why I gotta do it's technically it's like so I'm only doing YouTube as part time. So I'm trying to make a slow transition from like, you know what I mean, from out of luring, but doing it slow. So I'm part-time freelancer, and then when I'm not doing that, I go to YouTube. So that's how I'm trying to like balance it. So I still am a lawyer, which unfortunately means I gotta accept work, which means I gotta go to a court hearing around like 9:30 a.m. tomorrow. So go to bed. I'm okay, Alex. I'm going to bed. We're wrapping up, Alex. Wait, sorry, what you were saying?
Oh, did you hear anything I just said?
Oh no. What did you just say?
Ah, yeah, cool. No, I muted. I have a mute.
Oh, mute. Muted.
See, yeah, you couldn't hear me. Anyways, I completely forgot I had that. But yeah. Anyways, yeah. I need to talk to Mango about a work opportunity. Mango's a very specific lawyer, so if you need a lawyer, I don't know if he could help, but sure, Jackson.
The bad part about lawyers is, okay, think of us, we're kind of region locked, so we go to school.
Oh, yeah, that too.
We take
Jackson, yeah, he does not live in the same state you do, so, it's not, he's not going to be able to.
I could technically ask for a certificate to practice in another state for a fee, which at the same time, but I'm only technically supposed to practice only in Pennsylvania.
Yeah. Bummer. Yeah. What else is there?
Good night, Alex. Yeah. That does OnlyFans. I don't do OnlyFans.
What?
Yet. So are you a freelancer that does OnlyFans? I'm like, I don't do OnlyFans. However, I've thought about it.
I would never do OnlyFans. Only toasters, though. Let's
only
go!
Toasters. The lower class is the lower job class is region lock. Yes, it is.
Yep. Alright, so me and Mango are gonna we're gonna go, right?
Yeah.
Because we're you said you had to get off 13 minutes ago.
Yeah. At the same time, yeah. Chat edit. Yeah. No, what were you saying, Promo?
Oh, sorry. I was just talking to my own chat because I have not talked to any of them.
Bet wild. Yeah. Potential. Okay, go to bed. Okay, Alex. I have back on song. Oh, it's just corn hub with mangoes. Tell her I said, see ya, Shiva cat. Oh, Shiva says, anyway, chat. I hope you have a wonderful stream, chat. I'm gonna go call. They really want me to OnlyFans though. I should not have said. But chat.
I've never been so disappointed and so not surprised at all. Okay.
I mean, if it pays the bills, I mean, I'm not. Anyway, chat. Anyway, chat.
I can't judge if it pays. You know what? Yeah, you got bills. You know what? Can't judge.
Anyway, yeah. Good night, chat. Hope you all have a wonderful evening. Bye, chat. Bye, chat. Bye.